Thank you. Hey guys, how you guys doing today? I'm so excited to be in your presence this morning. This morning. What is going on? What is going on? Tell me where you're joining from. Today is the first episode of our Meet Your Success, the first meeting program, the first meeting, or like college, the first Meet Your Success Partner in 2021, episode 43. We have our guests already here with us, and we're
Hi.
excited. AI is the Tega Bassey.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. And you? Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. Thank you. How is the family?
They are fine, bless God.
Okay,
And
so
God.
okay, I want to see who are here, the people who are here with us. I want to see in the comments. Guys, drop in the comments where you are joining us from. Drop in the comments where you are joining us from. Let me shout your name out. Drop that in the comments before I call up our guest today. She's ready. You can see how she's looking. Multi-millionaire. So drop in the comments where you're joining from. I can see Tony Simon. Tony Simon, how are you? I hope I pronounced Simon or Simon. Okay. Where are you joining from? Cameroon. Patience. Tony Simon is from Israel. Jennifer, the duty, Ijoma, the Titans. Abuja, Igwe. Igwe is joining us from where? Tell us where you're joining from. Glory from Imo, Ineka from Port Harcourt, Alex from Nairobi, Dorcas from Nigeria. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Miriam. Welcome, IDOT. Congratulations on your new rank. Diamond 6 is not just a mean feat, celebrate you. All the rank achievers of this week, last week, congratulations, everyone. Messi Unak, Ineka, Riwa, congratulations. If you rank up last week, I want you to drop your rank in the comments. We'll celebrate you all, huh? Rank up, no matter the rank, you rank up, drop it in the comments. Best Edward is in Abuja, Joy from Lagos, Kwara, Lagos, Zini from Ebonyi State, Miriam from Kwara, Calabar, Bassey, Vivian, Rotimi, Ikeja. Wow. So I want you to I want you to share this video. Don't be stingy. The first episode of in this year, 2021. Share this video. Share it as you never shared before. It is not costly to press the button shared. Sharing, according to one of my mentors, is caring. Don't be stingy. If you were stingy in 2021, don't be stingy in 2022. I mean, 2020 means, sorry guys. You see, I am fast forwarding now. If you're stingy in 2020, don't be stingy in 2021. Certain things we are stingy of are the things that are costing us our results. You get it now? Some of us are so stingy to ourselves. Free your mind, care. Sharing is caring. Care for people. The more people you care for, the more results you will have. Take this to the mark. Take it to anywhere. Drop it in the comments. Share it. Be generous with love. It doesn't cost anything to love. So share it. I like it. If you share, drop share in the comments. And the other thing you need to do The other thing you need to do now is to tag your team members. Tag all your team members on this show. Tag them. They need to hear. They need to hear from the SD. Many people want to become an SD. So tag them. Let them hear directly. You know why? What will reduce your work for you in 2021 is to learn how to use the tools. The tools you have in your... Stop talking too much. You talk too much. Some of us waste time talking. When there are tools, when there are seminars, when there are events, make sure you tag your team members so that those tools will do the talking for you. You get it? You tag it? Yeah, you got it. You got it. Let me tag my boss lady. Yeah, I think we're not friends on Facebook yet. We're not friends. Unmute yourself.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, you don't like me.
Your post.
We are friends live. We are friends physically. We are not friends online. You know what?
That is crazy. But I always get to see your posts. Okay, maybe.
Yes.
I get to see them and comment. Probably. Okay, let me try.
We'll go settle that today.
Yeah.
There's a way I do it. That's why I'm able to tag you. So, welcome everyone. Let's go down the show. So excited to have one of the ever humble, dedicated, go-getter, self-willed woman in our midst. She's always excited. Anytime you see her, you see that excitement. And I tell you, so it is not strange when you see people like this having results, because only the excitement too will attract you to join. Some of us are in this business, our face is like this. Our face is like this. Why? Someone say, Charles, all the time you're laughing. What do you want me to do? Laugh. It doesn't cost anything to laugh, guys. Smile. The world we are living in is already sad. We are living in a sad, negative world. So people don't want to be attracted to sadness, guys. When you are excited despite sadness, people will be attracted to you. So we are so excited to have someone who is following that principle in our business. The boss lady, SD, Mrs. Bassey Tega, in our midst. Oh. So I'm going to be introducing her, guys. Mrs. Bassey Tega holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Banking and Finance from the University of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. I can see why she likes money. Her working career spans over 11 years, during which she worked in the banking sector for about 3 years, where she garnered immense experience in relationship management and team building. Thereafter, she joined the oil and gas sector, where she worked for slightly over 8 years, acquiring vast experience and skills while working in the oil and energy industry. These include analytical skills, management, teamwork, and risk management. Tega is a mompreneur and is diligently raising her 2 cute angels to understand the fundamentals of entrepreneurship at an early stage. She's a co-founder and chief executive officer of Business Innovative Research Development Solution Limited. Mrs. Tega Bassey is currently a one-star director with Longrich Bioscience company and the lead of the DBULLSSQUAD team. She is married to a hatchro, the amiable Mr. Bassey Okon. You want to see them, another power couple in the business. If you have husband and wife, or husband that is not yet in the business, Please tag them. They need to join the show. Wife, they need to join the show. And their marriage is blessed with 2 cute and beautiful angels. So we're so excited to have our SD with us. I remember the first day I met her. I know she was among those who were saying, Charles, what you're doing is great. Well done. You are disturbing, you are disrupting everywhere. And I like what you are doing. I say thank you very much. Positively. So I'm so excited. Welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. SD, Charles Tambu, disruptor himself. Fire everywhere.
No time. We need to put the fire. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything to set fire.
Yeah. I mean, that's the first person to become SD in 11 months. Like, you crushed that record. I'm waiting for who's going to crush it.
I love this small record. So people say, Charles, it's like you were given position. I said, no, I wasn't.
Awesome. It's really my pleasure to be here today. Thank you.
Welcome. So let's get to the show. I want you to tell us when you get started, when did you get started in network marketing? Without mentioning the company's name, then how come did you join Longrich? Or is Longrich your first company? Share with us your experience, your journey into business and network marketing.
Network marketing generally. I think throwing my mind back, I think sometime while I was in school. Anyway, I've always been one for multiple streams of income. From time, I've always been. That's why I tilted into finance. My dream job was to work in Stock Exchange Commission or be in CBN. Those were my 2 dream jobs. So I'd always looked for something to do that would bring in extra income. I always believed you should have more than one source. So even as a student, I remember quite well as a student that I had tried my hands on a couple of things, but it just looked very confusing at that point in time. So I just put it off. I was like, that's when I dismissed network marketing completely. But I actually got into Longrich about late 2014. As the Infon has been my childhood friend. We grew up together, same school. Funny enough, we didn't really used to talk in secondary school. It was in fellowship that we got to meet. And then, she was a year ahead of me. And then from fellowship, then we schooled in the same university. We bunked in the same corner. So that's when we got close and, developed a very good relationship. So one of those days, by this time, I was already working in the oil and gas industry, and I was based in Benin. I had just moved into Benin, so it's not like I really knew anybody there. And she called me and told me about Longrich, and I was like, no, network marketing, no way, I'm not doing that. We dilly-dallied about it for 1 full year. In fact, the more she sent me things to read, the more confused I became. I'm looking for the first email that she ever sent to me. She sent it, and I did not understand anything. That's simply, in fact, to be very frank with you, when I started network marketing, I did not know what I was doing. I didn't know. I had no idea. I just to get an info off my back. so she woke up because she was on my case. So I just gave her, okay, sign me up so that I'll rest. And believe me, my plan was to just take the products, study them, market them, sell them off. And once I've sold them off, get my money, put in my pocket, then I'll carry the phone and tell her, babe, thank you very much. God bless you. See you. That was my intention. Sincerely, how I joined was very funny. I came to Uyo for Mugo for my first child. And after I had her through CS. Usually they said, okay, you would have a flow of blood mixed with water and all of that. None of that happened. So I just felt, okay, maybe it's my own luck, But since I was in Uyo, she knew I was in Uyo. She came around. she tried to explain to me on one occasion. I didn't understand what she was saying. The next time she came with Benson, they drew something on paper for me. As they drew on paper, drawing the thing, I was just I was even getting the more confused with all the drawing. So at that point, I was just like, okay, whatever it is, let me see. I don't have money. And this is actually, I'm going to actually say this to stress the point. Most times when people tell you they don't have money, it's not that they don't have money. They have money, but it's just not their priority. So for one full year, I kept telling Uniform, I don't have money. I was working in oil and gas, for goodness sake. So it's not like the money was not there, but it was just not what I felt I wanted to commit my cash to. So when they came, I was like, I don't have money. And should I say fortunately for me at that point in time, we were selling off our first car, a Toyota Corolla that we had. So we were going to sell the car to buy another one. Wow. And you know that because she's my friend, somehow my mouth just leaked. And I made a mistake. I mentioned that I'm selling car. Hey, that was the end of it. The day they paid that money, people was calling me. Oh yeah, I know you have me. So I don't have again. So that's how I got signed up. And it was just a day before I left Uyo back to Benin City. So by the next day, she brought my products, got me the product book, brought it, bam, give it to me. That is how I started Longrich. I got back to base. My product book became my second devotional. After I read my Bible in the morning, after I've done my prayers, most times I would do that in the night after I've come back from work, just before I go to bed. I've read my devotional and everything. The next day I carried the product book and I started studying it. Because my goal was to understand the products and then market them and sell them off. That was my intention. Sell them off. I was not even interested in using the products because as far as I was concerned, like, why should I buy, as at then, toothpaste was 879. Why should I buy toothpaste of 879 when I have my Oral-B of 250 naira? That was actually my mindset, you know. But then I studied that product book back to back, and I then started sharing the products with the people in my office. I started sharing the products with the people in my office. Funny enough, that's how I became serious in the business, because by the time I shared wine with someone and the person bought the wine for me, I had only one bottle of wine for my registration. But by the time I gave the person the wine, he came back and was asking, hey, madam, that your wine is fantastic. Can I have 2 more bottles? I didn't have 2 bottles in stock. So I now found myself looking for a stockist to buy the wine and give to him. I sold toothpaste to this one. That one came back. I was like, okay, it looks like these products are making sense. If people are coming back, then I think, okay, maybe this is something I can do. You know, because I had been looking for a business to do. I thought of boutique. I'm not a fashionista, unfortunately. It's not. So for me to and I was like, okay, even if I want to now set up a boutique, I'll now have to travel. It's going to take me time. I'm going to travel to look for the clothes to buy, and then I'll have to rent a shop and then put the clothes in the shop. And even when I rent, I'll now have to put a girl in place, and I will keep having to check. I didn't want anything that was going to give me, that needed my physical presence. So if at this point when this was looking like, okay, people are demanding the products, I'm like, okay, fine. So this is cool. The next thing I started after church, I'm the kind that when I go to church, immediately after service, I carry my bag, bam, I'm gone. Once the grace is done, I'm out. But at that point in time, I now had to start deliberately trying to connect with people. After service, talk to 1 or 2 people, share a couple of things, get a phone number, blah, blah, blah. That's how I started. And then
deliberate.
My as an infant called me, I was like, okay, she needs me to gather people and do a lunch. And my first reaction was like, I just came to Benin. I don't know anybody. Where am I going to get people from to even invite? Who will I invite? Is it my colleagues that I'm going to invite? Or the people in church that don't even know who I am? I'm just really getting to know them and everything. But all the same, we just did it. We just did it. And you know the very funny thing? As at then, we didn't even have as much success stories in Longrich as we have now. There were just few. We didn't have slides.
That was 2014, right?
2014.
Where
we
was
didn't have
that?
slides. No, okay. I didn't take the business serious. Okay, this was 2015 because I joined in 2014, but I didn't take the business serious until 2015. So it was 2015 that she now came in to start doing those presentations. And guess what? We did presentation with ordinary mouth. Just no picture, nothing. We just wore t-shirts. We don't wear t-shirts because then I had seen her get the car, I'd seen her go on trips. And I'm like, this business took her on a trip to the US. I know in Ifon now, me and her, we grew up together. I know. So for her to be in US, then something has really changed. Like something has really, really changed. I thought like next week she got a car. Like, okay, hold on. So someone keeps this thing can give someone brand new car. Hey, if you can give someone brand new car, hey, oh yeah, let us do it now. That's how I just said, okay, let us do it. If they can get car, they don't have two heads. It's the same head me I have. So we will do it and get car too. Let's go. So that's when she now came over. She did the first 3 presentations with me. I started running presentations after that by myself. I actually didn't even, she just I was doing a presentation. I know right stuff, right on the series, right what she was saying. Initially, I started saying it verbatim. Then after a while, I started getting used to it, and I started, bringing in my own understanding of the business. I did a lot of research as well.
Let me get that. You started saying it verbatim. That is the copy and paste method.
Yeah, copy and paste method. Because I didn't know anything. What was I going to say? So as she's talking, I'm writing. Whatever she likes to say, I'm writing, So I would just use that, go over it, and then the next presentation, because Benin was far, for her to come to Benin every time. So she came the first 3 times. And then after that, I started doing my weekly presentations. I was not even a bloody diamond 4. I wasn't even a diamond 4 when I started my presentations. I think it was about diamond 3 or thereabout, either a diamond 2 or diamond 3 thereabout. When I started doing my weekly presentations, I looked for a hotel close by to my house, looked for some place close by. Then I could pay at least 3K every Saturday. Small place, tiny place, no fan, nothing, but it was just something to start with. And I would invite, as I'm going to church, I'm inviting people, come. I didn't print flyer. I will use my mouth to invite you. I'll tell you the time. I'll say, it was this Longrich business that made me to get my first Android phone. The phone I was using there was BlackBerry Pop 2. What am I doing with Android phone? As far as I call, receive text, answer message, I was in customer service, so I didn't need a sophisticated phone as at then. And me, I'm not the type to spend money too much. I'm not the type, as I said, I check my expenses like crazy. So I must really have a reason to do that thing before you see me bleed out big cash. So at that point when I joined the business, like, okay, so you must monitor your money. And I was like, okay, they're doing stuff, there are groups on WhatsApp, they are doing things on WhatsApp. So what am I still doing? BlackBerry. I went and bought my first Android phone. I can still remember. It was a Gioni phone. I can't remember the make, but it was Gioni, a blue Gioni. That was the first Android phone I bought. And then I got WhatsApp groups. As they are doing stuff, Infon saw me in Oluchi's group, as the Oluchi. He saw me as the Oluchi's group. I was like, how did you reach here? I can't remember how I connected with the Oluchi, but I connected Sha, and Sha landed inside her WhatsApp room.
Yeah.
So from people are asking, this one is asking question, this one is answering. I'm reading the question, I'm reading the answer, and I'm picking, I'm learning from there. That is how I started.
From the WhatsApp group?
Yes, from the WhatsApp groups. So I learned a lot from the WhatsApp groups. From time to time, my sponsor would call me, I would call her, and I would ask her, okay, what to do, blah, blah, blah. But basic thing, I started my presentations, I started doing my research, I started pushing myself to try to learn more about the business. Lo and behold, 6 months after I made that decision, because actually the whole thing starts with decision. 6 months after I made that decision to actually, okay, if people are getting car from this thing, let me also follow and get car. 6 months after, I landed my first car in 2015.
Whoa.
Landed US, landed France. There were 2 trips I landed. I missed the third one, but I got the first 2. I missed the third one.
This happened this happened when you made the decision that you're going to also qualify, right?
Absolutely. But by that 2014, I was just doing buying and selling. So I think I was about 30,000 PV shots of qualifying in 2014. So when 2015 year came, we went all out. I hosted dinners. My upline came around. She came. I actually dragged her to come in quite a number of times. But I think we did about 2 dinners at different points in time. But you know the funny thing, even when I did those dinners, it's not like my prospects turned up.
I want you to tell us everything. Wow. You know, what are the things people want to hear? People want to get the journey, how we all got to where we are, because some people thought that for now some people feel that it's not easy, that you got your star director points immediately you joined. Please tell us.
For where I did, by the time I hosted, in fact, I hosted the first dinner, I cried after hosting my first dinner, because that dinner I paid with, I pleaded with my success partners, invited people, the people did not turn. Me, my own invitees did not turn up. None. The only person that came, I don't know who invited that person, was one recharge card seller that came from my team. But guess what? The hall was filled. The hall was filled, but not my own prospects, not my team members' prospects, none of them showed up. I wanted to cry. People signed up, they were instant sign-ups. But I finished hosting dinner. PV where I get, reach 200 PV. I won't cry. But it does stop me. We went for the second one. We tried the second one. Let's try again. The second one came. A few showed up. A few. The hall was still filled again. But yet, just a few. And I now told myself, look, if it is that Benin, where I'm located, is not going to favor me, then I'm not going to allow anybody to use their reggae to spoil my blues. So if the people I'm trying to share this opportunity with in Benin City are not catching it, they are not ready to come out, they're not ready to drive it, no wahala. I will not allow their reggae to spoil my blues. I've set a target, I've set a goal, and I'm going to go for it. That's when I landed in my phone. I went to MTN. I changed my plan to postpaid. I started doing the 10K postpaid plan. Any small time I have, I've carried phone. Started connecting with people that I know in other locations. That is how I sat down in Benin City behind my desk. Remember, I had an 8 to 5 job. 8 to 5.
Yeah. And you were working then.
I was working. And it was not even a funny working, because my boss, as at then, had he had tried to enroll me in one other network like that. I used the product. It was actually calcium, because I grew up on calcium supplements. So anyway, I see calcium, I go for it. That's the first thing I go for. So I actually took their supplement, and it was making me weak. I would take it. It was powder form. I just put it in my tea. Well, when I get into the car, I can't even drive. So I stopped. And I was like, I can't, if I can't use the products, then I can't really drive it as a business, And then that's when Longrich came. Oh boy, they reported me to my girl that I've gone to join Longrich. That is how the man just stormed. And the office was like this as I'm sitting here. His window was directly opposite my seat. So he could see me, and he will see me. Turn, he will see me. One day, the man just stormed up of his office, bang, came. It is an insult. I registered you somewhere, and you went to go. I'm like, hey, just hey, I don't enter waters. Like, so now, you know what happened? It was like all hell broke loose. I had to stop even going on break time. Because if I even take break, my own entitlement to break, I've gone to Oga and prospect as far as my Oga is concerned. They'll find a reason to give me query. Any small thing you do. So I will carry phone. You're using company time to do. That's all. You're using company time to do your business. So I'm saying this to let you know, it was even tough for me, sir, because even you can't do nothing, even your break time. Yeah. So the only time I had was once I close, and most times I don't close by 5 o'clock, 6. And I just had a baby at that time. So I was nursing my baby. I had that stringent, crazy, man, crazy. 6 o'clock to 10. That's when I'll do my business. That's when I'll do the calls. That's when I'll connect people. And right there on that table, on that desk, not moving around, the only time I had was my weekend, Saturday, Sunday. And I'll make sure I stretch it out for presentations. Saturdays are for Longrich presentations. Don't call me Owabel. I will not come. Or if I come, I'll not come. If people see my face, I'll not come and do like this. Collect contacts, vam, I don't go. So my weekends were strictly business. That was it.
Wow.
So that basically was how I before I started teams in Lagos, started having teams in Jos, started having teams in Abuja, far away places, far away, very far away. And lo and behold, while my people over here were still trying to look at me, how far is it happening? Is it not happening? I qualify for car. Went to Lagos, brought the car back, and I deliberately made sure I must collect that car. I didn't collect cash. I must collect it so that you so that you will see it. My husband drove that car down from Lagos, and we landed Benin. The very moment we were landing, we already fixed the presentation. We entered the presentation immediately, like straight from Lagos into a presentation. So everybody saw the car back to back. There was no breaking, no stopping. We just kept moving. But then, funny enough, as life would have it, that same 2015, I got promoted on the job. Now, I had a paradox. I was promoted on the job into a field job with a new car. Here I was, end of 2015. Longrich, brand new car. Job, brand new car. I can't say mba no. I was the first person in the history of my company to tell them I don't want your fuel car. The first ever. It became an issue. How can you not collect the car? Why? Oh, Longrich, eh? Eventually, I had to cuckoo collect the car. I cannot go and enter Bassey. I ended up with 2 brand new cars, and I now moved out of Benin City into Warri. Of course, by this time the heat was on, I had already gotten a car from Longrich. So it was obvious, oh, this lady is doing a business on the side. I started getting heat from other corners. Other corners from work. There were so many side talks. There were so many, stuff being said left, right, and center. So in order not to offend anybody, or in order not to even give anybody anything to say, I took a break from Longrich. I took a full 2.5 year break from the whole of 2016, the whole of 2017. You
took a break 2.5 years.
Yes, 2.5 full years. 2016, the whole 2016. 2017 and half of 2018. Got back to business in 2018. Basically, because I didn't want there was that consistent stuff of she's giving more concentration on her business than she's doing on the job. All those things. There was so many side talks, some kind of level of victimization would want to come in. Too many things were just so I just like, let me just shelve this off so that nobody will have anything. Even if anybody wants to say anything, at least before God and man, my conscience will be clear. You can't pin anything on me. If you like, you can lie, you can gossip, you can say, but let it not be that it is actually true that this is what is happening. So I went on a complete break, and within that period,
so when you went for break, did they stop talking?
Stop talking, Ke. The talk continued. That is why I just told myself, what's the point? I went on a break, they are still talking. Let me I just took cuckoo to myself. It is better for me not to lose 2 ways. Since they are talking, get what I go do now. The talk, everybody get their mouth. Cuckoo just do the thing so that make it up like say, as they talk, okay, at least they do it. Let it just be that at least okay, I'm doing it. And that's when I got back into the game in 2018. To be very frank, At that point, I had already taken out everything about Longrich from my Facebook wall, everything. I just didn't want, that stuff.
Wow.
But then I had that issue. Yeah, I got to that point. I had that issue of, I'm actually saying this because I know there are people who are on this call who you are working and you're having that challenge at work of how do I manage these two together so that I do not have, that conflict of interest, blah, blah, blah. Really, there was really no conflict of interest between my job and what Longrich is offering because they are two different ends completely, But then at that point in time, by 2018, of course, things had gotten really tough in the country generally. And to be very frank, 2016, I did on my job and I got awarded. Actually, I was awarded that year the best GTE nationwide, like the whole of Nigeria. I had that award. 2017, things took a dive. A lot of companies like, had gone out of business. I think that was when dollar rates went up. There was so much. So it became really tough, doing business and still being able to. Yes, there was a recession that year. So I wasn't able to meet up my targets like I did the previous year. So the heat became more, the pressure became more. And to be very frank, 2017, I sunk into depression because I was having it like this at work. I was like, I'm not moving. I'm not, I'm that kind of person that I like to hit my targets. If I don't hit my targets, it takes something away from me. So I just felt like, I'm not getting it here. So what's up? What's going on? Like, there are no factors I could control. So I thought, okay, there's no point losing here and then losing out on Longrich completely. So if I'm not hitting it here, at least I'll be hitting it somewhere. I go back into the business. But the very funny thing, it's not as though within 2.5 years, it's not as though I stayed clear of network marketing completely. It's not as though I stayed. Funny enough, once you get into network marketing, the tendency is you always enter another one.
Into the blog.
It's just there. So other ones came by and I'm like, okay, let me try my hands here. Let me try her. Oh my, I lost millions. I lost millions. My God. That's why now, come and tell me anything. If it's not Longrich, now find one place and find one corner and go and sit down. I don't do. Because I think I messed around with about 4 or 5 of them. Just by the time you're entering, as you're just entering, that's when they are closing. That kind of thing. As you just enter, that's the time they are closed. In fact, there was one that as I just registered today, reach 24 hours, so site shut down. See, hey, that's what they say they be. But the annoying part of it is that the person said that even carries you into it will not even be nice enough to tell you, sister, brother, no best. So this they go off mic. They would all off the mic.
Somebody say spirit business.
My South African counterpart will say is fly by night. fly by night. Honestly. And they wouldn't even bother to even tell you, oh, sorry, or don't sorry, or okay, let's see, blah, blah, blah. It's then I just called myself to myself. I got back to business 2018. At 2018, that's I think it's about that period I qualified for China trip. The qualification just started all over again, But let me share something. After taking a 2.5-year break, the rest of the team naturally went to sleep. They disappeared. Everybody returned to Israel. There was just one team that was still functioning.
What rank were you when you went to break?
I was a bloody Diamond 5.
Diamond 5. You said bloody Diamond.
I was a Diamond 5. Funny enough. Okay. So it was during that period that then I think was I Diamond 5? I think it was actually either Diamond 5 or Diamond 6. So Diamond 5. Because immediately I came back, that's when I became Diamond 7. So it should be a Diamond 6. It should be a Diamond 6. Okay. Because as soon as I was when I got back into the game, that's when I became a Diamond 7. And then, the qualification started all over again. So while I was battling with depression at work, Longrich, on this other hand, was at least giving me something to smile about, that kind of a thing. They are bombarding your head in the office. Go ahead, beam in your phone. I'm like, okay, at least there's something to smile about today. That was the year. It was that 2018 that we qualified for the China trip, and I had 2 slots, and I went with my husband. That was the first time because I had actually qualified for China sometime earlier, but I had given out the slot to somebody else. But this time around,
it was that the 2 slots you qualified for. That was where we met in China, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's
2019. Okay,
no,
2018.
We did 2018. Then I think it's 2019.
Okay.
No, 2019, last year. Yeah. The first qualification was 2018, and that's when I dragged my husband with me. All this time my husband has been a very supportive husband. Honestly, he has just been supporting, but just looking at me from one side. This man, I don't know what you're doing. But then by the time we got to China, oh boy, my husband still level. Let me talk it in the waffy way. I can be polished. I can be waffy. So, anyone way you want, just take it like that. We got into China, and my husband was like, whoa, wow, oh my God. You mean, courtesy of my job, I travel every month. Every month, I'm away from the family at least a week. 3 days, 4 days minimum, 3-4 days. Or there's always something, either you're going on a training, but by the time you put everything together, I'm probably out of my home in 7 to 14 days, between 7 to 14 days. By the time you put all those plenty meetings, blah, 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 all together, and each time we go out like this, we lodge. My husband has been opportunity following time. Times he's in town, we just go together, and he has seen the places where I've been lodged. And by the time we had that 2018 trip, I think that was the first trip, and we were lodged in Sheraton. My husband was like, Longrich took you and me to Sheraton. Yeah, babe, all these years where you don't work for this your oil and gas, which hotel where you sleep? We not laughing. I was like, honestly, that treatment alone was enough to reset my brain. You understand? There's one thing with working. Let me digress just a little bit. Let me digress.
No. Just enjoy the time where if you love what you're hearing, guys, I want you to drop 111 in the comments. If you love this show, if you love what you're hearing, I want you to drop 111. And whatever you're learning from this interview, guys, I want you to drop it in the comment also. Share the video, share it to everyone, all your contacts, share it on your wall. Great. You see the feedback? Continue, digress. Tell us about work. One thing about work. What's the work? What's it all about?
The thing with working, it gives you a high, a certain kind of high. I didn't work for oil and gas. Now, so your shoulders will be up like this, that kind of thing, Yeah. But if you enter, especially if you have to report to people and you have a quota that you're supposed to meet, and maybe you did not meet it. When they start bashing you, hey, no mercy. That one is not bashing. We call it shredding. You may think that it's just ordinary talk. Okay, I know meet my target, so they talk, they yarn. You don't know that every month or every other week of consistently being exposed to that consistent, you didn't do well. Why did you do this? It's wearing down your own self-confidence. It's chipping away at the core of who you are. You might feel it's just work pressure, but you get to a point where even in your head just goes like you feel like you're confused, like you don't know what to do all of a sudden. But this is you that when you got into the game, you had everything bam, 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 and all of a sudden you're feeling like a scared cat. You're afraid to pick somebody's call. The person is a fellow employee, but it's your guy. But you see the person's call and you just start fidgeting and you're like, you're just shaking. Oh my God! Crazy tension. It doesn't allow you to even give your best. You get back to I'm sharing with you my experiences. So you get back to the house and then your kids are there. For you to even hug them and even you just want to like just ease up. Sometimes I get back home, my brain has entered gear 5. You know that kind of those working you would understand. When your brain has
I've had the experience, so I understand what you're saying.
Down. Okay, imagine you driving a car for long distance from here to Sokoto, straight. You're just driving like that. When you park, you will just hear the sound of the car. The engine will just start doing come. You hear. That's how, as it's not trying to cool down, but to cool that down it's not easy. That's when you just see me. Nothing else is entering. If you say anything you're saying at that point in time, I'm blank. Sometimes you can't sleep. Insomnia setting. But then I just like, what? This is what's going on. And we are paying you salary. You give you car. Like, hey, me. Meanwhile, when you're doing business on a Longrich platform, forget the fact that you're the one that sets your goals. Forget the fact that nobody is screaming at you. In fact, you make a little win. You're being celebrated. I don't know if you're seeing I'm trying to paint a picture.
Yeah, that's the beauty of our profession.
You're gradually losing yourself. At a point, I had to look for a psychologist to check if there's something wrong with me. It was that bad. It got that bad. Like really, okay, is there something, maybe what's really, really happening? But on this side, you're winning every time. Boom, boom, boom. My people are celebrating, and you're just, and you know the funny thing about being celebrated like that, it boosts your confidence. It makes you feel, better. You're loved. There is love. There's acceptance. There is that continuous push to do more, to be more, and you just keep going. It's crazy. So the job is fantastic, but then there are other things that if you someone says occupational violence, they call it bullying. Bullying happens. It happens. There's a lot of bullying. But then you come into the Longrich platform and all you're having is just someone is celebrating you. Papa, if somebody even tries to shout at you small, they'll be like, oh, see, you did not try. Someone is encouraging you. The money is getting into your account. It's just, geez, I really can't. I can't. There are some things that can't be quantified. Sometimes it's not just about the money. Some things that can't be quantified. So basically, that basically is how my journey has been on the platform. It's been fantastic. I've connected with more people, and there is now a bigger family than what I had before. the bashing in back is someone is dropping a comment making me laugh. Bashing in back, yeah, it touches your soul. It makes me less very demeaning. Absolutely. So those are the things that I faced on my job that made me, and Longrich actually, God used Longrich, let me put it that way. God used Longrich to help me get over most of those things and just become a better person and just love who I am. And I'm loving the vibes that I'm getting from my team. I'm loving the vibes that are coming from between me and my team now. There's more of, in fact, leave that side of it. Maybe just talk about
Okay. Let's get it. That's awesome. That's awesome. This is from your journey into Longrich and to how the process, the things you did to get to where you are is awesome. I hope you guys took note that when she started, she was doing meetings. Meetings make money.
Yeah.
Back to back. She was making calls. Making
Absolutely.
calls. You get it. So those are the basic things you need to do to build your team, to build your business. And she also mentioned some of the challenges she went through building our business, challenges from the office, from team building, because you mentioned that there were times you invite people to seminar, nobody will attend.
They won't come.
You have people from other team attend, but your team they don't attend.
In fact, sorry, let me shock us. In the process of trying to push the business, right? Initially, a lot of people at that time were saying, "Oh, I said the first venue I got, I was just paying 3,000 naira for a hotel close to my house within GRA."
Yeah.
And some people saying that, "Oh, GRA is too far. It's too far from Ubowo. It's too far from this place. Let it be somewhere central." Blah 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 blah. So I came out. I was not yet a Diamond 4. I came out and I started trying to look for a place that is, if you know Benin, you will know Airport Road. I was trying to find a place that was central so that people can just easily, it will not be a matter of it will see inside. I could not find any place that was okay. Do you know? Me and my husband come up 500K, 500,000. We went to rent a shop. We were not stockists though. We were not Diamond 4 yet. We were just moving, still moving. Rented a place. It was a shop. If you're in Benin, you will know Matan Plaza. That's where we rented 500,000 for a year. The goal was to use that place as a meeting venue so that we can have access to it at any time at all. Whether it's morning, afternoon, night, people can come in there and use the place. Guess what? One day, my husband and one of our team members, Engineer Mano, we did flyers, we did lunch, we did everything. In fact, that particular day, I was at work when my husband and Engineer Ma, one other person, they got out on the road. They were sharing flyers, inviting people, collecting numbers. They, went ahead and then did a meeting the next day. Osasi can remember. The next day, they did. Nobody came. They did another one. Nobody showed. And I said, okay, weekend. Let's start doing weekend every weekend. We have our meetings. Midweek, we have trainings. Now we will call training. Nobody go show. But these people are not working. The people we invited, they are not working. It's not like they were working. They were not working, but they will not show. Saturday, we have venue now in a very central location. Invite people come. You go see small, a few people. We don't turn up. I told my husband, see, in order for us not to lose this 500K that we just invested, let us come and become stockists. That's how we became stockists, though. That's how we became stockists. It was just like, let the place not waste, let the money not waste. Let's just be stockists at once so that at least there's another thing. Then maybe we'll just add this one on top. We'll find one other thing and add inside that place, But honestly, that's how we just started the stockist business in Benin City, in that place. So if it is by the attitude or the response of people, I always tell my team members, don't allow anybody use their reggae to spoil your blues. You know what you are going for. There is some form of investment you need to put in. You need to invest a little bit of time. You need to invest. If you need to invest money, invest it and go all out. I mean, you are a stockist. You have products in your hands and you're disturbing your upline that my products are almost expiring. You came to do business. If you went to Onitsha to go and buy stock of products, and you came and packed the stock of products and kept them there, and people are not coming to buy, and you now go and start disturbing the trader, the person that sold to you in Onitsha, that your products are expiring, you think like an entrepreneur. Okay, I have these things on my hands. What am I going to do now that is going to get this thing out so I do not lose money? Think that way. Solution-mindedness. I go for solutions. I'm not interested in complaining. Solution every time. If this is not working, what's the next one? If this is not working, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? That's all. What can we do? That's all. Just keep asking. What can we do? What can I do? What can I make it better? How can I make it better? That's all. That's all. But if I enter stockist because it's network marketing, but since it's network marketing and somebody you now cross leg and say, my products are expiring. All my products are going to expire. Come on, what are we going to do about it? It's the question you should be asking yourself too. It's not your upline that's going to come and help you. Your upline can help you as much as they can, but you too, you need to. There are people, if you even have products that are expiring in your hand, you have to hold yourself responsible because there are people out there who are looking for a solution and you are keeping that solution because of your own laziness and you're sitting down on top of it. Haba! Just yesterday, I was having a chat with someone that I had tried to get on board the business. He was not interested in getting the business, but Sha sold them the products. The products worked for them. It worked very well. And they have a baby now. And I'm like, oh, wow, fantastic. Our berry oil worked. Imagine I didn't say anything. I just sat down on top of it. And then the berry oil expired in my hand. Would I have been a blessing to that person? Haba. No. You have a solution. If you're not yet on board, what we are doing is solution provision for a lot of people. So you get in. Make sure that the people around you are connecting to that. Be solution. It's not about complaining. Longrich did not do this. This one did not do that. Sorry, this is how me I talk. Sometimes I will go smooth and then I'll enter what is that. That is how me. So I just needed to share that. I just needed to share that because too many of us are in business and complaining,
It's necessary. It's necessary. I said anytime you are blaming something, you are putting your power in the hands of that thing. Anytime you are complaining about something, you are putting your energy, your power in that stuff. So you've mentioned some of the challenges you went through at the time you even left the business because of your workplace and the rest. So many things happen. Those are some of the things many people are even passing through. Some people are stuck. Let me just ask you this before we continue. How were you able to rebuild your team? Because you said when you came back, all your team members were gone. How were you able to rebuild again?
I started afresh. Don't be afraid to start again. I started afresh. Never be afraid to start again. Because I just said, look, if I did it before, you can do it again. That's the thing about being able to learn and know, not just try to buy your way through. But when you learn and know the tenets of it, you can start anywhere, anytime, any day. What's his name? Trump has been bankrupt so many times. But each time Trump goes bankrupt, he still builds himself back again. That's the power of entrepreneurship. You have it here and here. So by the time I came back, I tried to, get a couple of people, okay, let's start again. Let's try to do stuff again. And they're like, I'm like, hey, this is people like, when I want to start again, this time around, when I want to spot my blues, now lie, it don't work. It's not going to work. So I went back to my list. Who are those people that I read? Because it's important to have a list. I went back to my list. I was like, who are the people that I've reached out to before that didn't join me and that still haven't joined me? I'm going back. Okay, I need to get new prospects. I actually met a lot of new people. I met a lot of new prospects. In the process of voyaging through all those plenty network marketing companies that had, done, I had met a couple of people, built a couple of relationships, and I, started reaching out to those people. Say, hey, look, we've been all through this mess. This is something that I know has worked. I've benefited from it, from time past. Let's go do this, Started getting in some more people, fresh blood, fresh mindsets in. Because sometimes, well, Marina Worry clearly said it, it's easier to give birth than to resurrect the dead. So I think already at that time I already had that, honestly. So I just started getting fresh in. That's when I got a couple of signups from Facebook. Funny enough, I didn't really have so many signups from Facebook, but I just had a few of them, like one or two. I think I can count about 3 from Facebook. Of the 3, 1 connected me to more people, connected to the team in Gambia, connected to teams in Lagos. Then one other person in Port Harcourt. They started with Starter Combo, But then even with the Starter Combo, I started coaching them, Start all over. I started coaching them, started trying to show them what to do, and gradually I was able to inject my own belief into them. Not everyone, though. Not everyone. Some still dropped along the wayside. Some still fell back and all of that. But basically, I just started prospecting again. I started having the meetings again. Sometimes you have meetings and people will not turn up.
Wow. Yeah. So that means when if someone is stuck, the person wants to start all over again, the person has to go back to the basics.
Yeah.
Go back to the basics. Recruiting.
Yeah,
Recruit
absolutely.
new people into your business.
Absolutely.
When you start having results, the old ones will wake up.
Absolutely.
The old ones will wake up. So, what advice do you have for new ones who are joining the business?
Okay, for the new people who are starting the business, those joining. Okay, so I'll do two. I'll do those who are not in yet but are going to join, and those who just came in and are just trying to get in. The first thing I'll just say, number one, take a hold of that upline. If you have an active upline, you are blessed. If you have an active upline, you are blessed. So grab the hold of that, your upline. Don't wait for your upline to be the one to be calling you. Wake up with him or her.
True.
Wake up with them. Ask them everything. Drain them of every knowledge that you can get. By the time I get into some meetings, before you leave the meeting, they will ask you all the questions. Today, we are going to finish everything you know as the Tega you're going to tell us today. And I'll ask all the questions. So ask all the questions. Grab a hold of your upline. If there are trainings and coachings that are being done, there are team trainings, whether it's on WhatsApp or it's on Zoom or it is physical. Don't be the one. You see, there are a lot of people who come into this business pre-diamond. You just signed up yesterday. In fact, there was one in this Uyo. I entered Uyo. Yeah. I told the upline, this person just signed up. Tell this person that I would like to have a meeting with this person. I'd like to see the person one-on-one. I'm on there. And you should tell her upline, say she does not have time for that meet and greet. I said, okay, I'm coming. You don't have time for the meet and greet. Now, if you even have a situation where you have an upline who is available and ready to, like, I want to get to sit down with you. Let us talk. Let me see how I can help you. Grab it with everything. And always have your notebook and your pen. The first few months that Ezinin Fund signed me up, that notebook is still in my library. I had a Zenith bank note. As she comes, we are sitting down in the parlor. We know they sleep till 12 midnight. I'm asking her, so this one is what? As she's talking, I'm writing. As she's talking, I'm writing. Do that. Get a notebook. Ask questions. Grab a hold of your upline.
Let me say something. Let me say on stuff. Like when you mentioned that take advantage of your upline, and I have seen so many people have an upline that is very active and still complain. The upline will be in a city. The team members will not find a way to come tap from their upline. What do you have to say about that? Because people blame their upline, but they don't use their upline.
The one thing I would have to say, especially if you have an active upline, your upline has made himself available or herself available. If you use the upline, it is up to you. If you do not use the upline, it is up to you. So I've actually even had such situations where I get into a city. I had one like that. I spent 1 full week. Left my children. My children are 7 and 3. The other one is going to be 4 in a few days. Left them. Got into a city. Spent 1 week. Everybody cack for their papa house, like saying, "I only then get house." I said, but I came here and I expected that, and I kept saying it. Set up meetings. And honestly, set up meetings, getting people. Call me. I'm here for you. Is it training? I'm going to train you. Just do a venue. Your upline is not going to come and do it for you. The only thing your upline can do is assist you and help you. So what you're supposed to do, if you even make mistake and hear that your upline is where, all those prospects that you've been talking to, even if they're on the phone, go to that your upline, sit down. Oh yeah, start doing the 3-way call there. There and then. Except you're not ready to succeed. Except you're not ready to do business. Because basically that's it. I'm here in Uyo. My upline not hearing me for my hand. Because now house I did. In fact, I could pack myself. I got say she me out. I did house now. I pack everything go. See this one. Come and help me. This one. Please let us do this one. We're brainstorming together. We're doing stuff together. The thing with this business is that a lot of people, and let me correct this notion. A lot of people come in to the business,
Yeah.
and then they assume that they know what to do, and they want to do it all by themselves, by their power and by their might. I've even had such situations where I'll pick up the phone and I'll call somebody and I'll tell the person, hey, look, we need to do your launch. I'm not asking you to talk to anybody. I said do not talk to anybody. I repeat, don't talk to anybody. Gather the people, let me do the talking. But the next time, after you've made that call, they will go. You're not here again. The next time you call, what's going on? I've been talking to people. And I'm like, is that what I told you to do? So number one is use your upline. Number two, listen to your upline. No, they have been in the business. There are some things they've experienced that they know that you will not know. Listen. Just calm down. My friend Akuna will say, just calm down and learn first. Calm down and learn. Listen. They said, if you don't understand it, ask questions. Okay, what do you mean? Okay, what do you mean? Okay, you mean ask. When there are events, I will stress this event one. Because some of us, you can make, honestly, I'm going to say this to all the pre-diamond, the diamond ones, the diamond twos on this call. Sometimes, if you're not moving, it's your fault. Because you're making it difficult to help. A lot of newbies, diamond ones, pre-diamonds, I'm sorry I didn't enter you, but I will enter you now. It's just to help you. Diamond 1, Diamond 2, Diamond 3, pre-diamond. Sometimes you guys make it very difficult for your upline to help you. Upline will set up meeting. In your location, you are aware. It was sent in the group chat. Some will send it in the group chat. Some will send it to you directly. You will do read wakapas. You're not the only one that is busy. Everybody's busy. But we're here to do together. Yes, so you don't do wakapas. And then the event will come and go. You will not attend that event. When your upline carries phone to call you, say, I didn't see you. What happened? I was sleeping. I was too busy. I had one wedding. You think we didn't have all those things to do? We had. But we engage one principle. The principle of sacrifice. There is a time that you're going to sacrifice every luxury. Shut it down. Give it 2 years, 1 year, 2 years, shut everything. You see all those other things, you can always do them after. You have many more years to do them. But shut down 2 years. I dare you. I dare you. Shut down 2 years is even too much. Shut down 12 months. Just shut it down. Attend every event.
Shut down. Back to back.
Everything.
Crazy activity.
Online event or attend. Offline or attend. WhatsApp or attend every freaking event that comes up. Shut it down. Let me see if you're not going to grow. Let me see if you're not going to become a leader at the end of 12 months. If you do that, if you do that in 12 months and you don't become a leader, come back to me and tell me that thing you said did not work. Then I will tell you I'm sorry. Shut it down. It worked for my team. Left, right. Honestly, it worked. Hello, the D7 from UK. It worked for a whole lot of members on my team. You see, I'm going to call their names. You see people like Barrister Lillian. You see people like them, Joyce. You see, if you see them winning back to back, these guys did every single thing. Lillian will be at your doorstep. As you say, she has carried it, boom, she's gone. As you are dropping it, bam, Lillian has carried it, boom, on her. That's what, do that. Do it. It's online. Move. Gather your team.
Somebody said, even in this one, will be online, said they're not going to show.
Bam.
And they want success. I don't.
Honestly, if you just budget that money out. Buy data. Invest in data. You're investing in yourself. Another thing, I've said about two or three things now. I think the fourth one I've talked about sacrifice. I'm going to talk about the fifth thing. The fifth thing is commit yourself to personal development. You see, Eric, worry? See, stop waiting for your upline to come and tell you what to do. Your upline tells you what, hold your upline quite all right. Do everything your upline says. Ask your upline questions. But don't wait for your upline. Go and research. Go and research. Some of those things, I mean, we had we joined the GoPro session December last year.
Yeah.
I think that was 7 days recruiting plan, and a lot of my team members got on that event, and a couple of them came back inbox to say, "Well, wait, SD, a lot of things that were taught there, you have already taught us these things." So I said, "Hey, it could make you now here. Sometimes the prophet does not have honor in his own home. Well, you've taught us a lot of this." I say, but that's it. That's the principle. Really, that's the principle. So how did I get to know these things myself? For me to take it and go and teach my team, I learned it by getting online and doing my own bits. Some of them I would pay to learn them. I paid for trainings. I went through Fraser Books training. I paid for it. Some of Eric Wallace, I did the full year subscription for. So as I'm learning it, bam, I'm downloading it. I'm learning, bam, I'm downloading. So don't say I just achieved I'm on 2. Go and invest in yourself. Go and invest in personal development. Take some money out of your pocket and go pay for some trainings online. Tag those people. Follow their teachings. Digest everything they say, start implementing, and then you make sure that you coach the people on your team to do the same thing, and then watch them go boom, bam, boom, bam, everywhere. So that's number 5 thing, personal development. You know, too many of us approach network marketing like lottery. We come here and we feel that it's going to be, if I put this, how much will I get? I answered that question recently. I was like, if I put this, how much will I get? I said, sorry, that principle does not work here. So if you're on this call, don't think, I put in so much money, but I did not get anything. It's not enough to put in so much money. When you put in so much money, put in so much brain also. Put in so much effort. Because you know the funny thing about Longrich? There are things in Longrich that when you learn, you can apply them to every other area of your life. I did a couple of trainings for some people on my team.
In life.
Yeah, in life you can apply them. I did a couple of trainings for some people on my team, and one person carried it and started implementing in her own business that is not Longrich. Her own. She came back and like, Mama, this is they work like fire. I said, well, it is business principles that we are teaching you people now. It's business principles. If you cannot succeed in Longrich, I don't know which business you won't go to where you will succeed. Because you learn the tenets.
We have the best. We have the best training anywhere else. You got the best training in network marketing, in network marketing in Longrich. All the trainings you are getting now, if you go pay for it in a business school, is millions of naira.
Of course.
Or dollars.
Of course.
Well, you're getting it for free, but they don't want to apply
it. So personal development is the number 5 thing. Number 6, that's the last one I'll just say. The number 6 thing, be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. Appreciate people in life. Some of us then have a sense of entitlement, and it's terrible. You have a sense of entitlement. You feel that because you signed up, you did your upline a favor. Or maybe you're even a prospect on the call and someone is prospecting you and you think you're doing the person a favor by intending to sign up. No. The person is even the one doing you a favor because we are under obligation to make sure that you succeed. We go extra lengths. We make extra sacrifices. We do things that we normally would not do just because we want to see you succeed. So learn to appreciate the people around you, whether it's your sideline, your upline, your downline. Appreciate, show gratitude, show love. Now that's one thing I really needed to learn because from time I've been the career kind of person. I'm not an emotional person. Let me put it that way. I'm not that ushi-mushi kind of person, you know. I'm more of what needs to be done, and we move. Oh, let's go, do this, do that. I'm more like that. And network marketing actually taught me that, hey, look, you're in a relationship, so Try to share some love, try to, it's taught me that. So understand also that, yes, you're getting into a business relationship. It's okay to quarrel. It's okay to have disagreements. Have mature disagreements with your upline. Have mature disagreements. When I mean mature disagreements, I don't agree with you on this, but this is my view. And don't get personal about it. Don't get personal. I mean, I see people just get personal and get bitter, and then whatever, they just walk away, or you get personal and you get bitter, and then you start trying to tear some other person down, tear your upline down, or tear. And another thing, avoid gossip. Gossip. Let me talk to that one. Avoid gossip. Women, we like to do that one a lot.
Gossip.
That thing is a cancer worm, and it's very easy. The time you should be spending strategizing on how to do your business, you are spending it gossiping. Who you do yourself, or the person you're gossiping about. You understand? You're busy criticizing someone. You're just wasting your time. Avoid it. Just avoid that whole gossip thing. Someone brings gist to you. How does this add PV to my back office? That's the question you should ask. When someone asks them, how does this add PV to my back office? If it is not bringing PV, I'm not bringing it. I won't do it if it's not bringing PV. Simple and short. So disagree amicably with your upline, because two people standing at the opposite end of 6. This one is standing at the head of the 6. This one is standing at the bottom of the 6. The person standing at the head of the 6 is seeing it as a 9. The person standing at the bottom of the 6 is seeing it as a 6. Nobody is wrong. They are both right, because they all came from different. So the only thing is just try to understand the other person's point of view. You might learn a thing or two from understanding the other person's point of view. Instead, let your disagreement end with, oh, I didn't see it that way. I saw it this way. Okay, but now I see a different view. You become a better person. You become a better person. So basic, disagree with your upline amicably, avoid gossips, hold your upline by the skirt, drag down. As well as you can.
Fantastic. Wow. This is you're putting fire everywhere. Everywhere is hot. Everywhere is burning. I need to take water. I need to take water. Guys, we need fire extinguisher. Yeah? We need it now. So you have mentioned something about being stuck, and you have also given advice on for those who are stuck in their business. Now, I want you to, looking back from where you got started in Longrich and to where you are now, what are the things you are grateful for?
I'm grateful for so many things. I'm grateful for, actually, I think I'll just use this video to say a very big thank you to my sponsor, SD3 Infon Ubon Connell. Thank you so much. Yeah, she did a whole lot of work on me for me to even agree to even sign up first in the first place. And I'm really grateful for that, because that one decision has done so much. That one decision has afforded me early retirement. I'm not up to 40. I'm not up to 40 years, but I'm happily retired.
So you are retired?
I'm retired.
You your boss.
Yay! I'm happily retired. Like, I'm having this is the first holiday ever that I've been able to spend this amount of time with my children, and I'm not in a hurry. I'm not running into one meeting. I'm not dragging a huge laptop up and down. I used to carry office laptop and go on. I'm on leave, but I will carry office laptop and be going on Longrich trip, because even on the leave, they leave. They will still be calling you. As in, I was in China. I still they send mail for inside China. Are you a sensible leaver? What is all this? So that's one of the things I'm really, really grateful for. I'm grateful that my kids are able to do a whole lot of stuff. I'm able to afford a whole lot of things for my children, and just make them happy. they have streams of income coming in for them already. Aside Longrich, I've been able to use Longrich to establish other sources of income for them. You know, it's not up to 4 yet, but at least I can count up to 3 for one of them. So it's one thing that I'm actually
when you measure other sources of income, people are confusing that.
Okay.
People do network marketing company and say it's a stream of income.
No, I beg. It's just one. I'm involved in one, and one alone. Another source of income, like real estate, the money markets. Those are other markets that I've been, digress or diversify into for my children, and it's something I'm really grateful for. I'm grateful for the fact that my husband currently is in the UK. He's studying his master's. That is one thing that he had always wanted to, and oh God, that's a huge story. It's a really huge story on its own. He had always wanted to study outside the country, got an admission a couple of times, but never got the visas. You understand? But getting involved in this platform, his passport had become like almost a citizen of the world. So many visas stamped all over. You know, when you have that kind of stuff, it's almost very difficult for you to approach another country and they will deny you. Almost very difficult. And he's studying, and basically he's using his earnings from Longrich, paid his fees. In fact, if he could, he would have paid everything 100%. But then it was our own Nigerian policies that stopped him from paying everything 100% up front. This is something that people are paying, taking loan to do. I mean, it's something I'm really grateful for, because one decision changed the entire family's life. But that's one part. I'm also pretty grateful for my entire team. Being able to sit back and watch people in various countries just go boom, bam, 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 bam everywhere. And, they're doing well. They are crushing their goals. There are people personally on the team that I've spoken with one-on-one. And one of them, I won't mention her name, one of them, her husband is a lecturer. She is a teacher. Imagine the whole COVID period. Nothing was happening. No salaries were being paid. And this is a large family. Like nothing less than 6 or 7 or 8 people in the house. How would they feed? How would they take care of themselves? But by being on this platform, they have been able to take whatever we taught them and run with it. And throughout that period, this woman was just earning 6 figures steady, 6 figures steady. Her normal salary is just about 5 figures, not even up to 6. By the time you've taken out the loans and everything. And then by the time, she called me one day, I was sharing her testimony, and I just went like, oh my God, if there is anything that I have done, thank you for using me to be a source of blessing to these people. I'm not the one who did the recruiting for them. They did the recruiting by themselves. But the fact is that because I said yes and I pushed, somebody was able to plug into this platform. Their daughter is, I think she's in her early 20s. She's in the university. The baby's already taking care of things in the house. Mommy, don't worry, I will do this. Mommy, don't worry, I will do that. And I'm like, geez, are you serious? That is one major thing I'm grateful for, because at the end of the day, you're a blessing to so many families. Whether you like it or not, you're a blessing to many generations to come. And that's why 2021, I'm going 110%. If there's even anything like 1,000%, I'm going 1,000%. Every family must be touched, must be blessed, must experience this. This is awesomeness packaged in a very terrible looking, I call it terrible looking package, because nobody likes network marketing. Nobody likes, but I mean, the things packaged on the inside of it, it's crazy. And last thing I'm grateful for is that I'm happy. I'm happy. I can wake up, I can smile, I can look forward to days, Then we used to dread Mondays. Mondays were my worst days ever. And
So where was your last Monday?
my last Monday was sometime in June last year. I haven't given it yet. No, yet. But I'm just gonna bring it out and boom bam. I tried to bring it out and boom bam. That was my last sometime June last year. I mean, it was I think it's the best thing that ever happened to me, because look at me now, I'm not adding flesh everywhere, I'm looking fresh. I mean, my hair, white hair don't fall everywhere now because but it's more or less like taking your life back. Just take your life back and run. You challenge yourself. You see the areas where you're not doing too well. You see the areas where you need to work on. You can consciously work on those areas, become a better person. And the funny thing, the more you give to people, it gives you a sense of fulfillment. It gives you a sense of fulfillment. That's another thing that I'm pretty really grateful for. And sincerely, I don't think we've started. We in Longrich, we haven't even started yet.
We've not.
We are just doing this is periphery. We've not started.
We're not started, guys.
Honestly.
Wow.
Honestly.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing your journey with us. I can see the passion at which you are sharing all this with us, because there are so many people out there who want to hear this. Especially now, early, we're just in 2021, so many people want to see how they can get their business started. And with this, I believe many of us here have gotten a lot of nugget to help them start their business for 2021. If you got value from this interview with SD Tega, please, I want you to drop fire emoji in the comment. Drop some fire emoji in the comment. And we're going to take three questions because I've not done this once in other episodes. I've not done it. It's just going to be maybe a 5 minutes thing. Three questions. If you have any question you want to ask our SD, I want you to drop it in the comments. Any question. I didn't do that in the other episode, so I just said let me do this from this episode in 2021. If you have any question, this is putting our SD on the spot. She's here now. She's on the hot seat. Who wants to be a star director? Who wants to be a billionaire? But yeah, that who wants to be a star director seat. If you have any question for our star director, I'm going to take 3 questions. Drop it in the comments. I'm going to pick 3 questions. I just love our naturalness. Somebody just dropped this, so let me put it on the screen. Yeah, thanking you. Yeah, it's amazing. I can see my
folks say, fire everywhere. Fire.
Yes, fire everywhere. Thank you. Yeah, if you have any question, drop it. Let's ask our SD.
Hey! The king of the colony. Did you see him?
It's not a long question, though. I don't have question, though. Thank you, everybody, for the feedback. I think if you have. Okay, somebody asked a question. Somebody said, if you have a leg that is not working, how do you do it? You have a leg that's not working. It's always a common issue. How do you work on it?
Okay, if you have a leg that is not working, now there are various ways to approach this. The very first thing that anyone would recommend would be go sign yourself up on one leg there and work on it again. But I will not recommend that as the very first thing. The very first thing I would ask you to do is find out what's up with that person. There could be a lot of things. People are going through hell within this period, and a lot of people don't yet understand that the network marketing platform, and Longrich in particular, actually has an answer to their questions. or has the key to their dreams. A lot of people have not yet come to terms with the fact that, look, this business can give you everything that you want. They still don't understand it. So the very first thing I would recommend for you to do is go into that leg and run a little interview with the people there. Try to see where are they really at. What challenges are they having? Do they really know what to do? Because Fraser will tell you that people who don't know anything don't do anything. So they might not be doing something not because they don't want to do something. It might just be that they do not know what to do. It might just be that they are lost. People are hungry. Some people are hungry for a change, but they really don't know how to go about it. So you really want to just like test the waters first and be sure that it's not that you are overlooking the person or the person fell through the cracks. You know, establish that this person actually knows what to do and is not yet doing it, or the person does not want to do it. Let it not be that the person doesn't know what to do. So go in there, have a tete-a-tete with that person. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes call. Talk with the person. And then try to see if you can help that person to get started. Now, if it's just a very stubborn person, so you just basically want to weigh, is this person one of those stubborn people that just does not, I don't want to do, I just did just to satisfy you, you know? If that's the situation, then you can go in there and sign yourself up again, sign yourself up again, and start recruiting. Recruit, fill it out. Recruit, fill it out. Use that your own. That's the beautiful thing about Longrich. You cannot get that in a lot of network marketing companies. Majority of the network marketing companies, you can have only one account at a time, only one. But in Longrich, you can sign yourself up 15,000 times if you want to. So you can actually get into that leg and sign yourself up again and start work again. Or you can just get a fresh sign up and plug in there and work with that person to, you know, build all over again. Whenever the other person decides to wake up, he or she will wake up. You know, the very first three, my second generation, right? My first generation was my mom, my daughter, and my mother-in-law. And the second generation, I had a couple of other people. There was one person that I signed up, and it was more or less like I virtually almost forced her to sign up. And then she's one of those people that signed up and then put her products under the bed. Her mom ended up buying one of the products outside from someone else. You know, I tried at various times, like, okay, babe, how far? Get into the plug and let's do this. And she wouldn't. You know, I just, you know, prospected another person, signed up under her, continued. That's what they just do. Put someone else, sign up, or try to see how, if the person really, really needs help, try to see how you can help the person.
That's great. Thank you very much. Then the next one, this person is saying, at what point did you decide to call it quits with your job and face Longrich squarely?
Can I really say at what point? I can't really say, because it's been a long tussle. Like actually I call it 9 months of torture. That's what I call it. I call it 9 months of torture, you know? So I can't really say that. I had that point in time when I was like, I even bought the book. There's a book I bought. I bought that book in 2018. Before You Quit Your Job. It's one
by Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah, I did buy that book. I was like trying to prepare myself to put in my letter. In fact, at the point that I hadn't even written the letter. Submit the letter now. Voila. You know, I kept going back and forth. To go, not to go, to stay. You know, I just kept, you know, jumping. So I really can't say precisely, but I can tell you that it had been on for well over a year. It was a process, actually. It was a process.
So, well, the next one, the final one is, I am incredibly shy. Please, how do I work in network marketing and speaking to people? Amaka and Ghana. I didn't know.
Oh, hi, Amaka. I can totally relate with you right now, because if I say I'm an introvert now, there are some people that come and kill me right now. They will just chew me raw. But once upon a time, like that, You know, I still have that challenge sometimes. I still fight it sometimes because I'm this kind of person that I like to just.
What about me?
Abio. I totally forgot.
I'm shy too.
You know, sometimes people will think you're a snob, but it's not really that you're a snob. It's just that you don't, let me not be in my space. That kind of a thing. So what I would recommend for you, Amaka, at this point in time is maximize events, right? You want to try to do more of three-way conversations. Involve your upline in your conversations, involve your upline in your prospecting, so that in the meantime you're learning the ropes, you're chipping in here and there. You guys can split it. You talk about this, I talk about that. So you're gradually working on overcoming that issue, and then do more of events. Invite rather. So you just concentrate on invitation. You can do a lot with just inviting. Honestly,
Joyce,
you can do.
Joyce said she don't believe me for being shy. I'm a shy one. I'm a very shy guy.
I'm not surprised.
I'm very shy. I don't know how to talk to people.
But when the unction, by the time the unction of Longrich comes upon you,
You know what? The principle that helped me to start learning how to talk to people was the principle from the Bible, where it said, "Ask, and anything will be given to you. Seek, you will find. Knock, the door will be open." You understand? Before I felt people should know what is in my mind. And I asked myself that if God, who knows all, is still telling us to open our mouth, ask, how much more humans who don't know what is running in your mind? So immediately I applied that principle in my life. I started having results, guys. So I read a book, How to Talk to Anyone, Anywhere, Anytime. The book helped me.
Fantastic.
So guys, that's it, guys. Thank you. I hope you got value. I know you got value. With this, you can kickstart your year. You mentioned book. You mentioned some books earlier on. Can you recommend any book to anyone here to hustle?
Oh wow, 1,000. You should see my library. There are several. There are ebooks. There are physical books. But number one, the Bible of Network Marketing. The Bible of Network Marketing is Go Pro. Just get it. That is the Bible of Network Marketing. Everything you want is in there. So get the Go Pro, number one. Number two, I would ask you to get, there are quite a lot, the Business of the 21st Century. That would help to arrange your mindset when it has to do with network marketing. There is the one by Don Filer, 45 seconds, 45 minutes presentation of
45 second presentation.
Yes,
or 45 minutes presentation. 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
How to own your life.
My first year in network marketing. That's another book.
Very
that
key book.
That book is voluminous. I mean, when I saw the book, I was scared. I don't even like the print. I don't like the print at all because there are no pictures, nothing. And I'm like, what? But
if you really want to understand the challenges in our business, your first year in network marketing is a book everyone needs to go and read. Especially when you have problem of people your team members not responding to you, upline issue, downline issues. You need to go and read that book, guys. So thank you very much for recommending this book. Guys, this is the end of this show. But before we go, there is this event.
One more recommendation. I would highly recommend that everyone who wants to grow in this business this year should get and study materials on leadership. Go grab something on leadership, whether it's John Maxwell, whether it is Miles Monroe. Go grab something on leadership. There are a lot of them, but make sure you get one.
Very key, very key. Thank you very much. Now, guys, there is a conference that is supposed to come up January 22nd to 24th. The Business for Home Growth Conference. You heard our Hezi mention personal development, guys, and that is one of the things that has really benefited many of us or got us to where we are. So this conference, because of COVID-19, because the host of the conference is in Netherlands. Because of COVID-19 now, the conference has been postponed to 2nd of April. 2nd of April, guys. Let me share my screen so that I'll show you guys what I'm talking about quickly. This is a conference. You can see all the leaders here, all these people you are seeing here. You can see Ray Hickton, you can see Fraser Brooks, Tiffany Mallott. Many of the guys you see here are top earners in different companies and trainers in network marketing. So if you look at the date, the virtual conference is now 2nd to 4th of April. So those of us who have already bought tickets, your ticket is still valid till that time. So don't be afraid. It's just because of COVID now. They had to. I believe some of us must have gotten emails respecting that. Must have gotten emails. So for those of us who are not yet registered, go and register for that conference. Make it as part of your personal development investment. Invest in yourself. The more you build you, the more successful you will become. Thank you very much. Thank you, our SD. Thank you, SD Tega, and my regards to your family. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. Guys, don't miss the episode for next week. And those of us, before I forgot, for those of us who are interested in my Disrupt mentorship course, you can still be part of it. It's coming up February. Ask for the link, ask for the details on the group. You can type Disrupt if you're interested. Disrupt, I will send you the details. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.